Hey guys, this is Mike Tarallo with Qlik, and welcome to the next video in the Do More with Qlik Tips and Tricks Edition series. In the last video, I showed our OEM partners how to white label or brand their OEM tenants. In this video, I'm going to show you how I can assign a role to another user to allow them to edit script in apps that they currently do not own, with a new role called Edit Data in Apps. Before we continue, please be sure to visit the Qlik Learning portal at learning.qlik.com for all your personalized and structured learning needs of what Qlik has to offer. Here you can select from both free and subscription-based content, instructor-led training, skills assessments, and robust video tutorials. Check out the video tour on the main page to get started. So to jump right in, I have a split screen. On the left side is myself as a tenant admin, and on the right is a regular user. I'm going to create a new space that we're going to collaborate in, and I'll give it the name HR for Human Resources, and it'll be a shared space. Now that I'm in that space, I'm going to assign a member to that space, and I'm going to add the user I have set up called Donkey Kong. And you'll notice from the permissions or the roles, you can see there's a new one called Can Edit Data in Apps. This is going to allow that user to be able to access other apps that are not owned by that user, but provide them the ability to edit the script in the data load editor. So we've added Donkey Kong to that. And then I'm just going to upload an app that I have on my drive and put it in that space. And we'll just go back and refresh, and you can see the app already popped up in Donkey Kong's view. Okay, so now Mike's going to go into this app and he's going to start doing some development within the data load editor. And whatever that might be, setting variables or performing programmatic changes within the Qlik script. So we'll just say set new variable, etc. Doesn't really matter. And now Donkey Kong is going to also go into that app. And even though Donkey Kong is not the owner of this app, he has the ability to also go into the data load editor. But you'll see there's a banner that'll say that user, in this case Michael Tarallo, is modifying the script. And the script will be in a read-only mode. So right now Donkey Kong cannot do anything until Mike is done. And you can see what Mike has added already in the area right here underneath the set commands. So we'll just say set new var equals open tick 123 semicolon. Okay, so let's say that Mike is now done with this. So he's going to move over to history, and you can see there is a history of his changes that he just added. So what we're going to do is we're going to name this version, and we can just pretty much give it any name. We'll call it version 2. And now that will update. And now Mike is done with those edits. And you'll notice that the banner on Donkey Kong has been completed. And now that change has been put in. And now Donkey Kong could start editing and you can see on Mike's side, there's a history of Donkey Kong's edits. Here we can just bring up the history there as well. And we added that line there. And now Donkey Kong goes in and he's going to name this version. And this version is going to be version 3. And now that version is saved. And then Mike goes in and he sees the changes. And he could make some changes again if he wanted to. In this case here, we're going to delete this. But he also realizes that some of the changes that he made, he needs to revert back. So he's going to select version 2, and he's going to restore this version. Now version 2 has been restored. So from that last 50 versions that were stored in that history, we can go back and revert to a previous version as well. Okay, so just a very simple example of co-development that can be done with members of a space when you set up that role called Edit Data in Apps. Okay, hope you found it helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please ask them where this video is posted, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.